Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Bosnia Herzegovina.
Bosnia Herzegovina.
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Bosnia Herzegovina.
Bosnia Herzegovina.
Snježana Makasha, we're in Tuzla. First question, do you feel more like a Serbian Bosnian or a Bosnian and that's it?
If I said my mom is Serbian, I would have to explain that she's not from Serbia. And me and my sister were raised as Serbs and as Orthodox. So that means that abroad I only say that I'm a Bosnian because you don't have to explain it. But here, if I fill out my forms, basically I leave empty space when you're supposed to say your nationality. Because I don't want to be labeled as this or that. Just because it's difficult to say here that you might be a Serbian or Croat in this part of Bosnia. So I usually leave it empty.
I left Sarajevo 15 years ago. Their father, he was here with General Brickmoon. He was a chief commander for UN troops in Bosnia. And he was an officer that was with him. And I was journalist, and that's how we met. What's hurting me that this is one of the poorest countries in Europe. And I know how our culture was rich, and we are hard-working people somewhere else, but not here. And that's also what's hurting, and that's what I would like to change. And then my kids, I'm trying to let them breathe this Bosnian air and that hospitality, and because we're very social people.
What do you think is the difference between Serbian and Bosnian? Because we travel from Bosnia, around Bosnia, also inside Republika Srpska, and we didn't know much about it before, and now it's just difficult to understand the difference between Serbs in Serbia, Serbs in Republika Srpska, the Bosnian Serbs and everything. What do you think? Do you think there is still a problem about this now?
Yeah, Bosnia is very, very weak. We have very weak position because you have nationality and you have religion. The Catholics, they have like reserve countries, and Orthodox, they have reserve countries. But Muslims, they don't have reserve country. In my eyes, the key problem is that silly Dayton that actually legalized dividing country. They split up, they give Republika Srpska name Republika Srpska. I don't know how come that they had to sign that. Okay, they want to stop the war, but that was too high price.
They become so blind in this conflict, and that they don't see what's happening around in the government. All these religious stories and of differences between these two kinds of people are today used as a mask for other criminal activities in behind the scene. And the politics here are very, very corrupt. So what I think is that what happened is not the problem right now, because I think people are really over it.
They just can't accept the fact that people pray to God. For example, they can't accept Islam, and it's bad. They were like, I don't know, throwing stones of the women who were going to the mosque. A lot of Serbian people lives in the Republika Srpska now, but also, as I earlier said, a lot of Bosnian people moved there, and it's okay now. You can live there.
Those were better times than the times today, because I don't know, but men are tough, you know. Men get used to it. I mean, as a human being, you know, you get used to it, used to everything, all sorts of situations and mishaps. But that was not the biggest problem, and in general it was good, you know. When I don't know, turn around now and look, that was not such a bad situation, you know. It's bad because I don't want to look at it as a bad. It's something that happened, you know, past, and life goes on, you know, and that would be all.
What do you think about the Serbs and Bosnian now?
As I think the same thing that I used to think. They're my brothers, sisters, neighbors, fathers, mothers, daughters, and friends, you know, nothing else.
Can you tell us what it means? What does it mean to be Balkanic, from Slovenia, Bosnia? What is it to you?
I think that means that you have a time for, you know, for sitting, drinking a coffee, a lot of coffee, smoking a lot of cigarettes, eating a lot of food, and maybe making a love or just singing a song about love very slow.
Dance.
This is my hub. She's stealing the bicycle.
Prima il cliff, per poi in diretta.
Greetings from Banja Luka.